What do we do in the temple? To begin answering this, I want to share a few moments from the years when I worked as a pilot doing aerial survey work. The winters in the Salt Lake Valley where we were based were often foggy, dreary, and very cold. The dreaded inversion, as it was called, would set in, where cold, foggy air became trapped close to the ground between the surrounding mountains, with the warm, clear air sitting all nicely above it. This made flying especially challenging when we needed to get anywhere. It required careful, precise flying and complete reliance on the aircraft's instruments just to climb safely off the ground. Flying in those conditions is often called flying in the soup, where you're surrounded by clouds and fog and can't see more than just a few feet ahead of you. Eventually, as we ascended, we would break through into the warmer, clear skies above, and suddenly the view opened up. And as we kept climbing, it never disappointed. Getting paid to look out a window was one of the best jobs ever. I share this with you because when we go to the temple, we are on a spiritual ascent, one that can lift us and others out of the mortal soup we experience day to day and give us a clearer, higher perspective on life. To explain what I mean, I want to keep using this metaphor of flying. Airports are public places. Anyone can come and see those arriving or departing. They are places of connection, allowing people from all over the world to reunite and travel to new places. On the outside of every chapel of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints are the words, "Visitors Welcome." Our chapels are like the airport, places where all are invited to come, see, and connect with God and with others. But just like at an airport, not everyone who enters can board a plane. To fly, you must be a passenger with a ticket. That ticket qualifies you to pass security and access a different part of the airport, one that allows you to climb into the skies above. Temples differ from everyday chapels in a similar way. They are more sacred, more holy, and are set apart for those who have qualified to enter by receiving what's called a temple recommend. Money doesn't qualify someone for a recommend. That's not the currency of heaven. Instead, it's our hearts and how we choose to live our lives. Baptized members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints who are striving to keep their covenants and live good lives to the best of their ability can meet with a member of the bishopric to obtain a temple recommend. In a simple interview, a series of yes or no questions helps determine whether someone is worthy to enter and participate in the house of the Lord. This recommend, like a plane ticket, then qualifies you to board your spiritual flight in the temple, where you can continue to climb and ascend throughout your life as you return again and again. And this ascent is not only for just ourselves. In the temple, we have the opportunity to perform the same sacred ordinances that we receive personally on behalf of our kindred dead, those who have passed away without the opportunity to receive them in mortality. Through the restored gospel of Jesus Christ, we know that the gospel is preached to those who have died. And as they accept it, they desire the opportunity to make and keep covenants with the Lord. Because mortal bodies are required to participate in sacred ordinances, God has given us the privilege of acting as proxies for those who have left mortality. This is part of his wise and loving plan. Because the temple is the house of the Lord, it is beautifully crafted and rich in symbolism. Everything about it is designed to draw our minds and our hearts upward and to connect us with heaven, much like an airplane is designed to lift us into the sky. The layout of temple rooms reflects the ascent we are making. Baptismal fonts are located at the lowest level, closest to the ground, or even below it. From there, each ordinance is performed at a progressively higher point in the temple, symbolizing spiritual ascent. This ascent isn't merely about physical elevation, it's about becoming. When we enter into covenants with God, we are invited into a relationship of change. Through the atonement of Jesus Christ, our very natures can be transformed into something higher and holier than before. Throughout Scripture, mountains are often described as sacred places where people ascend to meet the Lord. Mountains are symbolic of temples. In Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2, we read, And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. The mountain of the Lord's house, exalted above the hills. Can you see the ascent that we are meant to experience and help others experience? I consider the thousands of hours I've spent in airplane cockpits as sacred time spent in a sacred place, even though it was pretty cramped. Flying gave me a completely different perspective on the world and helped me see what I was capable of becoming. It lifted me out of the lowly soup and into the clear skies, experiences that I will always treasure. As we spend sacred time in sacred space of the temple, we too ascend the mountain of the Lord's house and rise out of the mortal soup, becoming better than we were before. This ascent is our nature changing through the atonement of Jesus Christ as we become more heavenly. So yes, visitors are welcome in the chapels just as they are welcome in airports. But don't just stay on the ground. Come and join. Come and stay. Qualify for a ticket, a temple recommend, so that together with Christ, you can ascend, connect, and help others on this incredible journey. For this is what we do in the temple. Let me know what questions you want the scriptures to answer and add them in the comments below or at the link in the description. Now go dive into your scriptures and gain some scripture power.